All righty.
That side too. Thank you.
He's like, I'm retiring.
Okay, let me know when everyone's cameras are running.
Are we connected for
Secretary,
live view?
can we just kick
Is
it
it
off
on? If you want me to.
Sure thing.
About what you
Okay.
saw and heard
All right.
the talk before we get into questions.
Great.
Let me know when everyone's ready.
All right, I'll probably just look at you the whole time. So I have one point of focus. So we just had a great visit here in Menominee. Cynthia and her colleagues gave us a wonderful tour at KKIL, and what we really wanted to see for ourselves was how Great Lakes ports like Menominee are contributing to agricultural and manufacturing growth in the Midwest, and how dollars from the Biden-Harris infrastructure package are being put to use. This is a great example. It's a public-private partnership, about $21 million, helping to get a new dock wall, rail infrastructure, and other resources that are going to really expand the capacity of this facility to create and support so many jobs around the region. So it's exciting to see for myself, great to be in the Midwest, and personally exciting to be on UP soil for the first time as Secretary. Happy to take a few questions.
Secretary,
Do you want to say a word
that
about?
we heard about in there was the excitement by the people who received this grant, and how
Yeah.
there were a lot of grants that went out from all over the country. Why was Menominee, Michigan specifically chosen? What put them over the top?
Yeah, this was a very competitive process, so the community and the port have a lot to be proud of for having made the cut. What we're really looking for is lots of benefits at the same time, and we saw that here. There's a clear economic benefit given the importance to the economy of the supplies and the goods that move in and out of this region. There's also a climate benefit. The more things can be efficiently moved on water and on rail, the more you see an improvement in terms of pollution. So really many things all at once help justify this project for federal dollars, and we believe it'll stimulate private sector growth in turn, which often happens when you do good infrastructure funding.
So where you toured last year at the Port of Green Bay, they also applied for a RAISE grant, but they unfortunately did not receive any of that funding through the RAISE program. Could you get into why they did not?
That's right. Green Bay has been successful in many of our grant programs. Most recently, this RAISE program was, again, extremely competitive. My message to the community is don't be discouraged. We're going to sit down with them, help them put their best foot forward for future rounds, because we certainly believe in the vision that the mayor and the community have for the future of Green Bay.
John.
You mentioned the port here compared to, say, Long Beach. What unique role does a port like Menominee play compared to those mega ports on the coast?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are more conscious of those big container ports. Obviously, those are very important, especially for a lot of goods coming in from Asia. But what we're excited about in manufacturing economies that really fuel the Midwest and are just part of the absolute beating heart of what makes the American middle class what it is.
Barbara.
Secretary, I'm going to switch gears to airports. Have there been any conversations about supporting UP airports, especially Marquette, which doesn't get essential air service money, and the Marquette airport really struggles to maintain schedules?
Yeah, we've invested here. We've invested in rural airports. Some of them are general aviation facilities that don't have airline service, but they're very important to the communities that they serve. So we're certainly conscious of opportunities, including in the UP, and we'll be on the lookout for good grants and projects coming from Marquette and other facilities in the region.
What's the timeline for this project? It looked like you were over there touring it. It looks like some work has started. Is that correct? And when do you see this wrapping up? And is it going to be in phases or all at once?
Yeah, so there is a lot of work that has to be done to get the dollars moving, to get the dirt flying. I'll actually turn to Cynthia for a little more on that.
Sure. It will be a little while before we're able to start, just because we have to go through the RAISE grant process. So what we've been informed of from our engineering company that we've partnered with is probably 10 to 12 months of pre-work prior to being able to actually do construction. So we're a very construction-focused and execution-focused company. We'd probably be under construction right now, but we'll follow the process, and I do think it will be in phases, and to be determined as to which phases will happen first. But I think probably in the next few years, we'll be able to apply a lot of this grant money and really put it to work.
And Cynthia, just to follow up on that,
Yes.
You talked about in there, but how big of a deal is this for your company and
Yeah.
so forth?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's really a monumental time in the history of our company. We're a family private company. We've been around for 40 years, and we have built our ports with all reinvestment of our own money. So this is the first government money we've ever received, and it's a significant amount tied to very, very very impactful projects. So it's just really a game changer, not only for KKIL, but for the city of Menominee, Michigan. We're a service company, but we support.
This morning before your tour here today, Secretary Buttigieg, and it was with some state Republican leaders, and they were a little critical of both, obviously, the Biden administration and even your visit here, even going as far as saying it's you posturing for a potential VP nomination. I'm not sure if you have any response to that at all.
This is not a campaign trip. This is an official trip, and we've been planning it for months. I mean, the thing is, we have been funding projects in blue, red, and purple communities, from California to Pennsylvania to Mississippi to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And, that message really comes from the top. President Biden made clear that he wants to make sure this infrastructure funding supports communities, never mind how they voted, but based on the need. And this community is getting support because it's a great project.
Barbara, anything else?
Yeah, just a follow-up to something you said about the connection between port infrastructure and agriculture, because agriculture is big in the UP. Can you expand on that importance a little bit, specifically on building up the port infrastructure to support the agriculture?
Yeah, moving agricultural supplies and agricultural products is one of the most important reasons why we count on ports and railroads and the rest of our infrastructure. America can help feed the world, and we've got so much to be proud of. Our growers and our product are second to none. Obviously, I'm a little partial to Traverse City cherries, but I saw some cornfields on the way in here that remind me of where I grew up in Indiana. All of that, whether it's going directly to people's tables or whether it's going into things like ethanol, is just vitally important. We want to make sure we are supporting that. It's precisely why we're not just investing in the big container ports. We're investing in those facilities that are part of the ag supply chain too.
Thank you so much, Secretary. Okay, that's all we have time for right now, folks, but thank you so much for coming out and joining us today. We're going to do one on.
Okay,
so if you
great.
would stay for 1 moment.
All righty. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so much. It
Yeah,
was an
same
absolute
here.
honor.
Likewise,
Thank
it's
you
a real
very
treat.
much.
We'll be following with interest and
Sounds good.
hope we do be helpful.
We'll look
So,
forward to showing you the results.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty.
John,
Who needs their mics back? Let's see. Are you on this side?
Again.
Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.